The second boss of 2026 has arrived, and it is Phase. On the map 4 circles, with a speed modifier of 150% speed. In addition to the extra speed, there's no other noteworthy restrictions besides the max monkey limit of 20, which will certainly come into play today. And lastly, looking into the leaderboard, it is a least cash week, with the top scores currently being sub 950,000, so that's what I'm going to aim for as well. Let's hop right into it. And here we go, guys. I do love myself a least cash boss. I think we're going to start off with a Dart Monkey, which was free, by the way, and then Geraldo as well. But here's the thing with Geraldo. I'm just going to use him simply for that rare Quincy action figure early, and I'm going to sell him. Then we will be replacing him later. And finally, last but not least, I will add a banana farm to the mix. Now, why did I sell Geraldo? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First of all, it helps my farming because it allows me to afford a banana farm instantaneously with getting the rare Quincy action figure down. But in addition to that, I'm going to do a technique with Geraldo where I wait to replace him until after round 50. And the reason for that is when Geraldo hits level 20, he restocks his shop. So I'm basically going to pre-plan to hit level 20 Geraldo at a certain timing where the shop restock is going to be really helpful for me. You'll see that later in today's video. Either way, off the start, my plan's pretty simple. I have a 200 banana farm, and I think we're going to rush this guy into a bank, which I'm hoping I'll be able to save up for this bank with only a Dart Monkey on the field. In timed boss events, you would not be able to do this, but since this event is based on least cash, I'm not really concerned about the time penalty. And that's because the time penalty only comes into play on least cash rankings if you exactly tie scores with someone else, which will be extremely unlikely since I'll be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars in this run. Okay, I am starting to leak quite a bit. We are down to 91 lives. Round 15, I'm probably going to take a beating as well. But with that being said, I am getting close to the amount I need for this monkey bank. No, we definitely need more defense. Because even if I get my bank after this round concludes, I'll be at 1 life. But look at this. If I get my bank right now, the unfortunate part is I'm just straight up dead on round 17. So I can technically greed for the bank, but I die afterwards. Alright, let me retry this. Alright, take 2 at this. I added an unupgraded engineer, which should allow me to afford my bank maybe mid-round 17, or at least after this round concludes. Okay, we got $42 in the bank there. That's decent. Now, spending the money on this engineer is not necessarily worthless because I will be going for a balloon trap later. And then on top of that, the engineer is a support category tower, which is important to keep mind of because one of the main things of this least cash strategy I will be relying on is the Sun Temple. The Sun Temple is the king of least cash strats, guys. But before we get into all of that, I do need to still buy more stuff. I think I'll probably end up upgrading this engineer next. I'm thinking just a pin will do for early game defense. And actually, I'm going to add a bomb shooter as well, which might seem like a weird pick, but I don't want to go for my balloon trap yet, and I need something to pop lead balloons on the next round for me. Either way, we're going to build this into an I'm a Flown after round 28 concludes. Collect you, I'm a Flown, and redeposit. Plan after that's pretty simple. We just want to get a max cash out and I'm a Flown ability into a Monkeyopolis. Okay, it's not going to end up being a max cash out, but I think we'll just do it after this round concludes. Just so then I can get the Monkeyopolis 1 round earlier, you know what I'm saying? So let's collect you, and now's the fun part. We get a bunch of discount villages in here, and then underneath triple discount, I'm going to get another village in this location, which, actually, I'm not sure if I have enough money to do this. Let's see. Yeah, I don't. We need to wait 1 more round, actually. Start the round, I'm a Flown ability, Monkeyopolis. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. And is this? Yep, it's underneath the village. Now we just save for the balloon trap. The reason we're keeping these villages around, by the way, is because all of these are support towers. So all of them are going to act as sacrifices for the temple later. We need 50,000 of support sacrifice in total. Okay, we can afford balloon trap this round. Let's get you up. Now let me do some math here. An easy way to tell how much money I've spent on support towers is by adding all the sell values of the towers I've placed. And currently the sell values are adding to 32,000. And once the sell values add to 37,500, that's when I know I've spent 50,000 on support category, which means I'm free to spend a little bit more. I think we're gonna add a cleansing foam in here as a camo detection option. That's not a bad idea. And then I'd also probably should just get a jungle drums as well. I feel like that's smart too. By the way, one difference you may have noticed with my farming in this event compared to previous boss events on my channel is I still have the rare Quincy action figure down. And the reason behind this is in previous boss events, it's normally worth to sell it because you can scale your farming with like spamming marketplaces and things. But in this specific event, that's not a smart decision as spamming marketplaces hurts my least cash score and we'll just get more farming out of money spent by keeping the rare Quincy action figure on the field. Alright, we have made it to the tier 1 defense. Now ideally we defend phase on this tier with basically only a Sun Avatar. That way I just have a smooth transition to build this guy into a temple later. Now the only difficult part about that is with my temple, I want to have the middle cross path, and that means we're not going to damage phase for a lot of the duration without the camel cross path. And also the Sun Avatar does not deal much damage to begin with, so that's another problem we're gonna run into. I think I'll buy range on it too. You can see what I'm talking about though. With a cleansing foam, you only have a roughly 50% uptime when the Sun Avatar can hit phase, because phase has like a radar jam type thing going on, where during that duration, towers that only have inherent camo detection can attack. So it's a little bit odd. Let's just see how much damage the Sun Avatar does normally without doing anything else. Well, I guess I can keep track of my money a little bit as well. Sun Temple costs 100k, so if I sell the NFT into it, we need 80,000 on hand, because maybe there is a world where I can afford the Sun Temple and then defend phase after getting the Sun Temple up. I doubt that's the case, but a man can dream. Yeah, Sun Avatar is just not dealing much damage at all in this location. Obviously, if I put the Sun Avatar more centered, it would deal more damage, but we don't really want our temple to be in the center of the map either. So that's why I have the Sun Avatar off to the side here. How much does it sell for? 27k? I'm actually really close to affording now. I did spend a little bit more money on the support category as well by buying 2 radar scanners, which did get me to 50,000 of support category spent. Wait, let's get it up now. Sell, get you up. And now what do I want to build to pop phase is the question. I think I know. We're gonna get a village down right about here, and then a ninja quickly into a Bloon Jitsu. And on top of that, I am going to get a, what's it called? Glue Strike? There's no way this works. I'm trying to be so greedy, but there's no way that I'm just gonna have the damage. We can get multiple Bloon Jitsus. The reason I'm going for ninjas, by the way, is my overall plan is to use the ninja Paragon for this boss, but I feel like there's no shot getting the ninjas this late for tier 1 is gonna pop the boss in time. All right, let me redo this. Okay, I've got an idea. I could in theory get a ninja right here to help pop phase, and it's not gonna get sacrificed. And then this ninja can help me out for Paragon pops later as well. We'll get this into a Sticky Bomb. I got the Sun Avatar and Sticky Bomb attacking here. The damage is good. It's outside the Sticky Bomb's range once again, though. I mean, I could in theory buy a Master Bomber, but that's spending a ton of money, when I could be discounting the Master Bomber if I bought that upgrade after getting the Sun Temple. So I don't really want to spend that cash on tier 1. Unfortunately, there's no shot this is enough damage. I'm gonna need to add something else, I'm pretty sure here. We're gonna be about 1 skull off. The Sticky Bomb does help out a lot though, and we were able to farm about 30,000 pops during this defend. Alright, y'all know the saying 3rd time's the charm? Well, it's gonna be the case here, because we added a Glue Strike to the mix, which will allow my Sun Avatar to deal a lot more damage. Let's see if this makes the difference I need. And the Glue Strike's not gonna get sacrificed either, which means we can use it for future tiers as well, after this tier finishes. Wait for Sun Avatar to attack. Now we Glue Strike. 2 skulls remaining. We're definitely ahead on the damage compared to last time. Last skull. I think I'm screwed. I have free dart monkeys though. Maybe I should have been using these. Nah, we're still like 3k off. I know I can make this happen though. Alright guys, the tech we're using to get that little bit of extra damage I need is by making sure to place those free dart monkeys early, because these actually do deal a little bit of damage, surprisingly. You wouldn't really think it, but with the Glue Strike and just the amount I'm getting, because I get a free dart monkey every single round, it does add up slowly but surely. Is it enough damage though to finish off the boss here? That's the question of the day. I'm not sure if it'll be enough. Target you down here, and we're on the last skull. Think we're gonna be okay. We can sell these free dart monkeys now. There you go, tier 1 defended. Easy work. And in the process, we got 30,000 ninja pops, which is decent. And I have mathed it out. I do have 50,000 of sacrifices inside of the temple's range now, of support category, so once I can afford it, we will be getting that guy up. Okay, so at this point, the rare Quincy action figure sells for 30k, which means I need about 70k on hand. I mean, I could in theory not sell the rare Quincy action figure for the temple, which is an idea certainly, because then I could just have this build and value the entire game. That would delay my temple quite a bit though. And I need to make sure I have temple in time for tier 2 for sure. I think I'll try to keep the rare Quincy action figure on the entire time. We'll see when I can afford this temple without selling it. Okay, it's looking like I can afford the temple maybe on round 757 here, is my thoughts. And it's best we delay our temple buy until towards the end of the round, because most of the temple income is just the end of round cash bonus. So we can maximize my total income this round by making the money from my trap and Monkeyopolis at the start of the round. All right, let's get temple up now. There we go, perfect. And this should make me 5,000 at the end of the round. And also before this round ends, I think I want to get Geraldo down at this point too. I'm just gonna have him placed in the corner, which might seem a bit weird when I could have him discounted underneath my temple, but I don't want Geraldo stealing any pops from my ninjas later. It's gonna be really important having the ninjas get basically all the pops possible. But yeah, this should be the correct timing to get him down, where I'm going to hit level 20 around the point that I'm looking. Either way, what's the next plan defensively? Well, I think we just want to save for a Master Bomber. That's going to be how I defend this tier 2 boss, 110,000 HP. I'm pretty sure the Master Bomber can just solo it. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I am missing on some pops against the regular balloons, though, by not getting more ninjas yet. Let me restart this. I'm going to get a couple of villages on my end with discounts, and then get some ninjas on our side underneath the discounts, which I will build into balloon jitsus, I think. But yeah, the reason for getting these before the Master Bomber, even though the Master Bomber is going to deal a lot more damage, it's just because having the Jitsus is going to allow me to pop the regular balloons without the Sun Temple sniping those pops as often. I still should probably be able to afford Master Bomber mid-defend anyways. Remember, we make that nice 5k cash end of round bonus from our Sun Temple every single round, so we're going to be making money pretty quickly here. I also don't have any range upgrades on my Sun Temple yet, which is intentional. I probably will buy range on it later, but Sun Temple will be more likely to steal pops once I buy those upgrades. Okay, I'm actually not sure if I'm going to have enough damage here. The fact that I'm just now about to afford Master Bomber is a bit problematic. We got it up though. That's going to chunk away at the HP pretty quickly. I think now we'll get one more shinobi right here. Maybe another shinobi. I have 8 monkeys left. You can keep track of how many monkeys you have available at the top when you're hovering a monkey. Let's get another one right here. Last damage stage coming up. Master Bomber, can you deal with the rest of this HP? That's the question. Can the Master Bomber do it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. 18,000. It does 3,000 per sticky. Oh yeah, we're going to be completely fine, actually. Only 2 more stickies and I'm good. That was a nice tier 2 defend. How many ninja pops do I have in total at this point? 225k on you, and then maybe another 150k on everything else. Okay, and tier 3 is going to be where things get interesting, because I'm not sure what I want to add yet, but we're definitely not going to get Ninja Paragon during tier 3. My plan is essentially to wait as long as possible before I build Ninja Paragon, because I need to get degree 60 to defend tier 5. So to farm that amount of pops to get degree 60, we'll probably need to wait until like round 110, round 111, mid tier 4 to build it. Okay, we've made it to round 79. Here's what I'm thinking for tier 3. We're going to need a lot more damage, and I have 7 more towers I can place. First things first, I'm going to buy range on both of these villages, which will give my tempo discounts so I can get super range on you. Another benefit of increasing the range of the villages is I can get another village right about here, which is going to be all the way into a homeland defense. I know, it's a big expense, but I need the extra damage. We're also going to get jungle gems on you too, because the ninjas need jungle gems. Then last but not least, we are just going to get a couple more shinobis with the extra money I have, or extra tower spaces I have, and money. It's both. Alright, here's what my current setup's looking like. I think the last thing I'm going to purchase is a Grandmaster Ninja, and let's play out round 79. It was important I got this before round 79 because I do need to get that home and defense ability off cooldown, obviously, but I'm not sure if this is actually going to be enough damage to get through tier 3. I might need to add another debuff tower like a Cripple Moab or a Super Brittle, is my thoughts. Just because the ninjas have a low base damage and I'm only adding +2 with the Glue Strike, or maybe I can get Glue Storm for better uptime as well. Glue Storm wouldn't be a bad decision. I could go for like multiple Glue Strikes, which is what you typically would do, but with the max monkey limit, Glue Storm is probably the better play. Either way, let's see how we look. Glue Strike Homeland defense off the start. 770,000 HP is quite a bit. Currently, our damage is not looking great, I'll be honest. How much is this doing? I have 9 Shinobi stacks on these. I mean, I could technically sell my discount villages and get 2 more Shinobis with these guys sold as well. That's an idea too, because I don't really need my discount villages the entire time. But even if I did that, I still don't think we'd have enough damage just based on what this is currently looking like. Yeah, we're not even close to enough damage currently. Let me just cut my losses on this tier. And here's what I'm going to add. We're going to sell this village off. And with that extra tower slot I've just given myself, I'm going to add a cripple with night vision goggles because I need camo protection on this guy. All right, take 2 at this. I don't have Cripple Mob yet, but we'll get that soon. The +5 damage should be really nice for us once I build it up. I could afford it right now if I sold my Rare Quincy action figure, but again, we don't really want to sell this guy ideally. All right, get it up. I afforded it. Yeah, we're hitting that first gold a decent bit quicker now. Oh, but this is the only problem. When the boss is on the outskirts, if it teleports in a bad location, only a couple of my ninjas can see it. That's another issue I'm going to have to work through. Homeland defense again. I mean, I could technically use Geraldo items to help out there, like invisibility potion stuff, but it's ideal if we can minimize Geraldo's shop usage, at least on tier 3. I'll probably have to use the shop a ton on tier 4. Yeah, there's no way this is enough damage. My guess is that I need to add a Glue Storm and then sell this village and probably add 1 more Shinobi. Every single Shinobi adds like 9% extra attack speed, so it helps out quite a bit actually. Let's see how close we are regardless, without adding the things I'm talking about. I think we'll be roughly 1 skull off, is my guess. By the way, the reason I decided on Cripple Moab over like a Super Brittle is with a super brittle, it obviously doesn't have map-wide range. And if I wanted to have map-wide range, I would need to add a support Chinook, which means I'm taking up 2 tower slots versus 1 tower slot. On top of that, the Cripple Mob adds +5 damage, while super brittle adds +4, so it's a little bit of bonus damage as well. Okay. Let's redo this. Alright, does the Glue Storm and Shinobi stack add enough extra damage? That's the question of the day. Currently, it's not looking good. Glue Storm, Homeland Defense. This is where the damage is the highest. No, I'm still struggling to pop it. We're gonna be a skull off. It's really tempting just to sell this right now, I'll be honest, guys. In hope that our farming is enough without it. Because that'll make this tier so much easier by being able to afford everything I need off the start. Alright, I think this is gonna be pretty close, if it's enough damage or not, with having the stuff from the get-go. It really comes down to this last teleport. If it teleports to a location where the ninjas can't see, then I'm kind of doomed. If it doesn't, then I might have a shot. Let's see. That might be slightly too far out of the range, I'll be honest. I think I'll need to use like 1 rejuvenation potion or something during this defense to make it work. I'll keep experimenting though and find the cheapest solution. And after a bunch of experimentation, here's what I came up with. First thing you're going to notice is I have a couple Jerry Fires used. The Jerry Fires are extremely strong in this case because they actually benefit off of the Shinobi stacks. So they are getting that extra attack speed. And in addition to that, because we've got the Glue Storm and Cripple Moab, those debuffs are giving a lot of extra damage as well. But a couple Jerry Fires were not enough of an addition, so I did end up using 1 rejuvenation potion mid-defend here too, which allowed for another home and defense usage. And lastly, I got the 3rd and final 5th tier ninja, the Grand Saba, which does actually make a difference too. I kind of forgot about this beforehand, but the Grand Saba ability increases the range of your Shinobis, so they can hit the boss more often, and increases the Shinobi's damage to make them deal +2, which is quite impactful. So with all this stuff being done, we now have reached the final skull, where I resume the live commentary. Alright, please defend. I'm gonna wait on Grand Sabo and Homeland until after this skip, because then we don't lose out on any uptime. Since if phase jumps forward during Homeland, you're not obviously attacking phase mid-jump, so you're losing on some Homeland uptime. Here we go. Break the shield, please. The shield's broken. That's good. 100,000 HP remaining. It's turning the final bend. I might have the damage here. There's a chance. 50,000. 40,000, please. Another Homeland. I need the Seeking Projectiles and Master Bomber to do the rest of this work. 20,000. Okay. 18. 15. 10. Just a couple more stickies. 6. I don't think I got it. One more sticky, one more sticky, one more sticky. Yes! Oh my gosh, the boss was off the screen. What a crazy defend. In total there, I think I used 5 Jerry Fires and 1 rejuvenation potion, so it wasn't cheap, but I'm happy we finally got through tier 3. That was rough. And now what's my plan for tier 4? Well, it's pretty simple. We want to get degree 60 Ninja Paragon, but to achieve that, I'm gonna need to farm a lot more Ninja Pops, so I'm guessing we'll just need to spam the heck out of Geraldo items, like using a ton of Jerry Fires and a ton of rejuvenation potions mid-defend to farm more pops. And the thing about the Jerry Fire is it lasts 10 rounds, so I can technically use it right now, and it'll stay. Oh no, this is actually kind of fortunate. My Geraldo's gonna hit level 20. It's okay, wait a second. I did not think Geraldo's gonna level up this fast. I should have delayed his placement a little bit longer because I wanted the refresh of the shop to happen mid-tier 4, not before tier 4. But since it's gonna happen after round 98 concludes, might as well spam Geraldo items before this round ends. But yeah, the main thing I was looking forward to is having a restock of rejuvenation potions mid-tier 4. Now that's not gonna happen, since we're hitting level 22 early, which is a concern of mine. I think the restock's gonna happen right after this round concludes. Let's see. Oh, no, it's after round 99 concludes. Okay, so I can use 1 more Jerry Fire beforehand, which is nice. And here's the restock. Let's use the rest of our Jerry Fires. It's actually better to use them on Shinobis, because I'm pretty sure the Grand Sab ability affects the Jerry Fire's damage on the Shinobis. Let's use these camo potions as well. I can use sharpening stones too. And before we start this defend, I am going to add up all my ninja pops. Okay, I've currently got about 3.9 million total ninja pops, which we'll be looking at about degree 40 ninja paragon right now. And I need about 10,600,000 pops to get degree 60, so we're gonna need to farm a ton of pops mid-tier 4. But let's try our best. Here we go. We're gonna start this thing off with the abilities, of course. The main methodology of how we're gonna farm pops is through the regular balloons behind phase. Obviously, dealing damage to phase as well is gonna give us pops too. One other thing I need to do mid-defend here is pretty much refresh the Jerry Fire whenever I get it back off cooldown. Also, we're at $421,000 spent so far, which means I could technically spend another 30k and still be within my budget of what I was trying to aim for. Okay, looks like I've hit the first skull. That's good. Some way down the track. Ooh, the spawn location for the blimps is not necessarily ideal though. I really would like the blimps spawning close to my ninjas so I can just pop them quickly, because we need to pop these rounds as fast as possible. The faster we pop the rounds, the more rounds we can actually defend, the more pops we get. Pretty simple math equation. I wonder if doing something like last targeting is actually a good idea. I feel like it is. I could also put my, what's it called? Cripple Mob on last, but I don't know if that's smart. Maybe I should have saved my rejuvenation potions for these, like, round 108 and stuff, because these are some of the most dense rounds in the game, so having Homeland active can make me pop them much quicker. I feel like that's one of the ways we're gonna have to optimize tier 4 rejuvenation potion timings. I don't know when I actually need to go for this Paragon. I'm hoping after round 111 concludes, and the one thing I can do is sell my Temple, Homeland, and Cripple, and actually sell Geraldo as well. Let's sell Geraldo right now. We can get another Shinobi in here, just for more sacrifices and more damage. I think we're gonna go for round 112 and see if I have degree 60. Sell this. Another Shinobi. Sell this. Another Shinobi. We need to spam the tiers for Paragon degrees. Get you. I have enough money, by the way. Our farming was barely enough, which is a good thing to keep in mind. Oh, I didn't sell my Glue Storm. 59 as well. Let me see if selling the Glue Storm makes a difference. And the thing is, I'm not sure how close I actually am to degree 60. Alright, take 2 at this. Still 59. Could technically get more tiers of ninjas by buying tier 4s. So we'll try that. But the thing is, I'm not sure if we even have enough time to pop this tier 4 boss with how far it's traveled at this point. We got 60 that time. Okay. So degree 60 is definitely possible. I feel like we got it too late is my concern. And also, we are below my goal of 950,000, even with buying those Bloon Jutsus at the end. Which is good as well. I can technically get my free dart monkeys down, but I doubt the, like, 1 damage these darts is going to deal will make any difference in how long this takes to pop. Yeah, there's no way we pop this in time. We're going to die on the final skip forward, I'm pretty sure. Okay, let's retry. I think this is possible. One thing I'm going to try out this time around is last targeting on basically everything, just to deal with the normal blimps faster. I think my score is going to have to be a little bit higher than 950,000 to make this happen, guys. I've been doing some testing and just have been struggling quite a bit. Let me see if 960,000 works here. I'm gonna get 2 Bloon Sabos for tiers. Sell you. Get you up. Sell you. Get you up. Get you up. Sell you. Get you up. What degree? 59. Okay, we'll try 3 Bloon Sabos. Come on. Degree 60, yes. Okay, we did it with 3 Bloon Sabos. The question is, did I get it early enough? This is much earlier than the first degree 60 Ninja Paragon I got. But even with that being said, I just don't know if it's early enough outright. That's the question. Come on. Last skull. I feel like I'm not going to kill this in time. It really depends. Can I get this last sticky activation off, please? The sticky does more than 450,000. Sticky? Yes, we did it. Wait, don't die. Dart monkeys, save me. We're good. Tier 3 and Tier 4 were a pain. Lucky for me, Tier 5 should be absolutely free. It's like unbelievably close, but if you have a degree 60 ninja in this location, it should solo the Tier 5 boss, or at least that's my hope. If it doesn't, then that's going to be kind of unfortunate. All right, here we go. This Tier 5 is going to be hands-free, really, because there's no abilities I can use, there's no micro that's necessary. It's just watch the Ninja Paragon do its thing and hope and pray that it has enough damage to take down this Tier 5 boss. Now, the interesting part about this is if you have higher than a degree 60 Ninja Paragon, sometimes you can actually do worse because the timings of the sticky bombs and, like, when you're hitting the skulls with them and all of that can get thrown off by a little bit. So if you're trying to recreate this, I recommend getting exactly degree 60 in my specific spot. If you have a different spot with, like, degree 61, or the same spot with degree 61, there's a chance it does not work. But there's also a chance it does not work for me either, because it is supposed to be incredibly, incredibly close. We'll see. Part of the reason why you place it more towards the right, by the way, instead of placing it like smack dab in the middle, is because of where the skips of phase happen. The skips work better with this right placement. You just have the maximum amount of time where you're actually damaging phase with the main attack this way. We're gonna hit this last skull soon. The last skull is the most difficult one to get through as well because phase slows down the attack speed of your towers. So you'll see here, it takes a very long time for the sticky to be replaced on phase. That's the slowed attack speed right in action. Oh dude, this is actually gonna be so close. I don't know. I don't know actually if we have this. How much does each sticky do? It does about 600,000, so I need 3 more sticky activations. Come on. 2 more sticky activations. Also, I can't die against just random ceramics. I think we're fine against that, though. 1 more sticky activation. Oh, dude, FaZe is leaving. Look at the tail of FaZe. No, no. 1 more sticky. 1 more sticky. Please. We did it. See what I'm talking about? It is so close if you can defend or not with the degree 60 Ninja Paragon. I'm happy it worked out. And with that, looking at the leaderboard, I think that'll put me 4th or 5th place. Okay, I'll take it. And even though I could not achieve it, I can see how people cut like 50,000. The main mistake in my run was that I placed Geraldo too early and did not have the shop restock mid tier 4. Because if I did have the shop restock, I would have been able to farm pops much easier and probably wouldn't have needed to build up like those Bloons Sabos and Jitsus at the very end, which hurt my score significantly. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe button. I'm like out. Peace. Have a good one, guys.